Alright, boys. So today, pretty boring day because we have NFP tomorrow, and we're at all-time highs. So the market probably is just gonna chop around and not really do too much. So going into the day, I had equilibrium marked out, which is right here. From this low to this high, this is where I'm expecting price to maybe try and hunt towards, to then go higher or lower. Who knows? We're at all-time highs. All-time highs price action for you. I cannot wait until we start selling off. Honestly, like below these lows here, and then start like really selling off, because I just feel like we've been at all-time highs for way too long. I feel like we've been at all-time highs for the last year, which I guess is just how it works. Like the market, people that invest in the stock market, the S&P, make money long term because the market continuously makes all-time highs. So I assume it makes sense. Going into the day, there was not much bias. We kind of just chopped in this range. We have an S&T here. We had one. It's gone now. But we had the S&T. We sold off. But ES and NQ, so we sold off here, put in a low, bought back up. We made an S&T at the high. So market opens around here, 9:30. ES took out data high and the all-time highs, so we had an S&T. We just chopped, literally the first 10 minutes is sideways price. We get displacement move down, so now I'm thinking, okay, we're finally going to take out the low. We break structure to the downside. This first fair value gap holds, so I expect to see the low. We see the low, and again, not really too much to trade. Data highs were still in my mind. ES was a little bit more bullish at the time. We're at all-time highs, so the first trade I took of the day was this inverse fair value gap. I took it with 2 micros because of the less probable day, and I wasn't really feeling the setup as much as I would normally. So I scaled some out for around 15-20 points, 1 micro, left the runner to data highs. I put myself break even, got stopped out break even here. Maybe I went to break even too soon, but on a day like today with price action, I'm not too upset. And we came down, reswept this little low, held the inverse fair value gap, and then we inversed this move here. I jumped in another contract here, scaled at the 5-minute fair value gap, which was like 12 points, stopped at break even, hoping that would just finally break out of this consolidation and start the run. Came down, got stopped at break even, which isn't that big of a deal because we got stopped at break even here if we were still in the trade up here. So we end up coming into the 5-minute, sweeping out the high. I thought we would reject this. We inversed it for some reason to just reject. Price is very inefficient. And there's really nothing, there's no real opportunity to take trades, I don't think. ES, I'll pull up the ES chart. I haven't taken an actual trade on the ES in so long. It's actually crazy. Let me remove draw lines there. There we go. But yeah, I haven't taken a trade on the ES in ages, bro. I just don't mess with it at all. So we'll go into the day here and really get into all the S&T and stuff like that. So yeah, we had the divergence here. We swept liquidity, which was from this high, and these were equal highs on ES. From this high to here, you see we had the S&T, but we ended up taking it out. But the real S&T happens on the 5-minute. Here, we had the S&T divergence here. And we'll just mark it out over here. S&T, bang. Nice, simple. We had the S&T divergence on ES. We then get this displacement move. This is the 5-minute that I was expecting us to reject. Maybe we're using this as like an order block. I'm not really sure what's happening in price. But yeah, so overall it's more bearish than bullish. We swept out liquidity. We have an S&T. We're not displacing above highs anymore. We broke structure to the downside. On this 5-minute, we broke structure to the downside, so you'd expect lower. But I was expecting maybe to manipulate the highs one more time. And then going into the actual live day, we've kind of been all over the place. For example, here on the ES, we were starting to fall and we were starting to climb on in Q. Again, just the price doesn't really correlate much. A nice trade that you could take if you take it on ES would have been this SMT at the high. We then immediately inverse this for a value gap, and then we hold this 1 minute. You could probably jump into a short, but I mean, I just don't really know if that's that good of a trade, to be honest. It would still be playing out if you're targeting this low. But yeah, I mean, not really too much opportunity anywhere in the market, and that's just kind of how it goes. I mean, this is horrible price action. It's been a pretty just rough week. I think we've had a lot of news. But yeah, I mean, this is kind of what you get on these types of days, and this is a day that I would say is a big thing you can do is just not worry about finding trades, not worry about making money today. Don't even worry about what other people did. Like, you know, might see like TJR or Justin or Dodger, whoever you watch. Those are just the three I watched. You might see those people take trades and take winners. You might see them not take trades or might not take winners. But if you do see someone take a trade and you see someone make money today, don't feel like you didn't see something. Don't feel like you missed out on something, because there is nothing. Honestly, you could have just taken the day off because of NFP tomorrow, all-time highs. So you could have been like, cool, I'll see you Friday. Maybe we get a trade, maybe we don't. Not interested to try and do anything. I traded lower size for those reasons. And again, you just look at the day and it's like, okay, I didn't make much money today, but was there even an opportunity? Did I miss a trade? Did I read price wrong? Did I take a bad trade? And if you didn't take a bad trade, you didn't over leverage, you didn't over trade, you didn't make bad mistakes, you didn't build bad habits, then you had a good day. You did what you were supposed to. You observed price. I observed price here. I watched price play out. I, took a stab with lower size, scaled properly, went to break even. Maybe I could have held and not went to break even, but I'm not upset with it. Took another stab, one more try towards my target, scaled, got stopped at break even. It is what it is. And this is how these days are supposed to be. You're supposed to trade light, tread water, and just survive them and observe price and not just try and predict what price is doing. Don't try and be like, okay, I think we're going to these data highs, or I think we're going to sell off, so I'm just gonna short at market open because, on the higher time frame we've been going up and up and up, so we're sure that we're going to come down. Because once you start guessing where price is going to go, you start getting wrecked. Let price tell you. This is a beautiful low resistance liquidity, but we don't have this 2 minute fair value gap. Let's see. I just don't know why this would hold. Maybe we rebounce to that. This would be disgusting if it holds. I mean, this is just not a trade, right? Like, again, you got to ask yourself, why would this trade make sense? Okay, we are holding this bullish fair value gap here. We have low resistance liquidity. We have data highs. Again, it's not horrible, but the way I look at this is you go way lower size and your stop goes to break even right at this high. Because there is no reason for us to close above here, get to this high, and not keep going and come back down to your stop. We're probably going to reject here. That's just kind of how I look at that. But I also look at it too as like, I wouldn't take this with my full size, especially because look at price action, right? Even though there's equal highs up here, low resistance liquidity, you could expect something to happen here, but why, right? There's no bigger time frame fair value gap. This is just chop. There's no real order block. This is chop. There's nothing. There's no fair value gap over here. We didn't sweep any real liquidity besides the highs. This is just a day that you take and you look and you learn and you observe and you practice patience, and you don't worry about what anyone else is doing. Worry about your setup, your model, what you trade, how you trade, your emotions, all these different things, and just wait for a better day. There's going to be better setups. There's going to be better trades where it's clear and obvious. And that's, to be a good trader, you don't have to force things that aren't obvious to you. It should always be obvious. When you're trading, it should always be your model. It should be like, man, I have to take this trade because this is exactly what I'm looking for. And then you take it, boom, you execute it, and you win, right? It's not the other way around. It's not, trading isn't about being some genius and like, figuring out what this means and, oh, because this is, oh, I'm gonna go short, and then you win. It's like that's not trading. That's just wanting to push buttons and wanting to get lucky. Because I could say, I could literally say like, okay, I'm gonna short here because we've been selling off and we've been trading down. That's not my model though, so why does it matter to me, right? And that's a misconception people have with trading a lot of times, is that they think that they have to always know which way the market's gonna go. I can sit here and say I don't know where the market's gonna go. I don't have a trade opportunity. I'm not really liking this price action. We just inverts this 1 minute. So it's like, you can sit there and be like that. Look, I don't know where price is going to go. I don't think anything's high probability. I'm not going to touch a trade. And you wait until the day comes that you get the best setup. You get this inverse for value gap and run straight to the high, and boom, you bank, right? So don't worry about opportunities that aren't there. Just worry about what you have and what's in front of you, and you'll do a lot better. So I'll see you guys tomorrow at NFP. Hopefully we have a good price action day. Hopefully we have a good day in the week strong. Just been kind of cruising on this account, not really going up too much, not really losing much. I hope we can start making some headway and pass my first funded account. So, but yeah, this is part of the journey, man. It's a frustrating day. Only made $60 on the day. It is what it is. Trading 2 micros, but just trying to start, just really starting to try and dial in on my bad habits and just keep getting better every day, And this is part of it. Watching this price action that makes you. Like, yeah, I wish I could have taken a big, nice trade today and won a lot of money, but I didn't get the opportunity. So it is what it is. I will see you guys tomorrow. Peace.